It's never the how, it's always the why. Recognizing old behavioral patterns in our life is key to moving forward and changing. And why did I say how versus why? It's because usually when we set out to do something, usually when we have a goal, we are so concerned with how we're going to get there. We see the end goal, it's 1,000 miles away, but we want to know how we're going to get there. And that immediately takes us from level 10 with motivation down to a level 3, 2, or even a 1, and we get demotivated. And many of us will last for a week, 2 weeks, even a month when it comes to trying something new and trying to make a change in our life. But life gets in the way, right? Am I right? Life gets in the way usually. And it's not life. It's usually these old behavioral patterns that we have because we're looking at the how, we're not sure how to do it. And the journey just seems so far away. It's a 1,000-mile journey to get from point A to point B. If you're trying to lose weight, you need to lose 50 pounds. It seems impossible if you're trying to figure out how. It's because we typically get caught up in doing the same things that we have always done before. We get caught in these endless cycles. And we like to think it's the rest of the world's fault. We point fingers and we blame everything else. The environment, other people, our emotions, our genetics. We point the finger so that we don't have to look internally. But when we stop blaming other people, other things, the environment, anything else that you can think of for what's going on in our life, then we begin to unlock change. Then we begin to look at how we can change. And like I said earlier, it's not the how that matters, it's the why. Because if you have a compelling reason, and that reason is strong enough, people will move mountains to cross that finish line. That is the moment that people become limitless. That moment when they attach an emotion to their goal and they truly understand why they are doing it. That is the moment your life changes. That is the moment everything shifts for your benefit. And life is no longer happening to you, it's happening for you. It's a matter of knowing exactly what you want. It's a matter of laser focusing on your goal and having a very clear vision of what you want. With me, it's going to be completely different than what somebody else wants, but for me, I want to finish my transition. So the things that I am doing in my life are directly reflective of that and how I'm going to do that. But there's a purpose behind that. It's because I want to experience certain things along the way, and I want to experience certain things on the other side of the finish line. That's my ultimate life goal, and it's driving me to move mountains to get there. It drives the daily. I look at my goals every single day. I have them written out every single day, and I look at them, but at the very top of the list, guess what's there? It's not the long-term goal, it's the purpose. Purpose is driving why I do what I do, and purpose will drive you to do what you do. So when you write out your goals, put the purpose at the top, put the why at the top, because not the how, it's the why. And then underneath, that how will begin to trickle down. You put the goals directly underneath, and then underneath those goals, the hows begin to form. The path starts to open up. The brush starts to clear, and the more you focus on exactly what you want and why you want it, more than anything, why you are doing it, that is when the how starts falling into place. So what do? We find a compelling reason, one that is strong enough and powerful enough to kick your butt out of bed every single morning and to do something different than you've done the day before. To see your old behavioral patterns, to know exactly what it is that you're doing that's getting you caught in the cycle, to look inside, to remove blame, and to replace it with truth and transparency, and an understanding that you no longer can blame anything else for the position that you're in. If you really want change, it's time to take control of your life. And once you have that purpose, and once you have those goals, now you take action. Now you take massive action. Do something today entirely different than you have done before, and watch the shift happen.